I hope you all are fine and doing well. So we have started unit number 3 of pharmacognosy and phytochemistry 2. And in unit number 3 we have completed the isolation, identification and the analysis of terpenoids, in which we have completed menthol, citral and artemisinin. We have also completed the isolation, identification and analysis of glycosides, glyceritic acid and rutin. Now we have covered the resin part also, in which we have completed the curcumin. So let's start the isolation and identification of the podophylletoxin. So this is the plant, that is the podophyllum. Here it is, May apple. So this is known as the May apple. Why I am showing the reason? Because I am just typing the fruit here. This is the fruit of the podophyllum. So that's why it is not actually look like apple, but it is found in the Himalayan region and it has a color like apple. So it's sometimes known as the Himalayan May apple. Here it is. So Indian May apple, Himalayan May apple also, Hogue apple. So it consists of the dried rhizome and the root part. This is the rhizome. Podophyllum hexandrum, Podophyllum immodi and Podophyllum peltatum is also there. That is the American podophyllum. And the family is Barbaridaceae. So if we talk about the isolation procedure, look at this. So before isolation we have to extract. So extraction is done using by Soxhlet extraction. So here again continuous hot extraction, that is the Soxhlation or the Soxhlet apparatus, is used for the extraction, or you can say the isolation of podophylletoxin. So again I am showing the Soxhlet apparatus. Yes, this is the RBF, this is the Soxhlet extraction chamber. Over here you will put your drug either in the form of thimble or you will directly pack over the cotton. This is the side tube and here it is the siphon tube. This is the condenser attached here. I am not going much detailed into it because we have already covered it several times. So what happened? We will take 120, suppose here it is written 120 gram of the root powder and it was extracted with methanol 300 ml using Soxhlet apparatus for at least 3 hours. Or sometimes we will increase the time because they suppose here it is written 6 hours. So we can also, it depends upon the conditions also. Suppose if you are using a non-polar solvents like chloroform, so need not to go for 6 hours or 8 hours. But if you are using the high polarity solvent, like in some cases in here also methanol, then you will must require 3 to 5 or 6 cycles also, or 6 hour procedure also. I hope you remember about the Soxhlation, or the we can see the Soxhlet cycle also, because in the Soxhlet apparatus we will generally, this suppose this is a solvent, it will go inside your side tube, okay, then it will go inside the drug, then the siphon tube will be filled, it will go again inside your RBF. So this is the one cycle. So at least you will take 3 to 4, 5 to 6 cycle, it will depend upon your drug also. Okay, so over here it is written 6 hours, so you will follow the 6 hours procedure. Then you will filter it, then concentrate it, then you will do nothing, you will just add water which contain HCl, or you can say we will add acidified water, and we will again allow it to stand for at least 2 hours, filter it, wash it, and then we will dissolve the residue in the hot alcohol. Okay, and over here there is one step is filter it, evaporate. One step is missing actually. I am showing you. Wait a second. Just see here. Yes, we will add. Recall again. 120 gram extracted with methanol, Soxhlet assembly. Then we will filter it, concentrate it. Then we will add acidified water. Allow the mixture to form precipitate. We will dissolve the precipitate in the hot alcoholic solution after the washing or the filtration of the acidified water. Okay, next we will filter and evaporate to dryness, then we will recrystallize. So recrystallization is another important step in the isolation of the podophylletoxin, because we have to recrystallize the residue in the benzene to get the pure form of the podophylletoxin. So if we talk about the identification test, so these are the general identification tests for the drug, in which suppose alcoholic extract is taken, it was mixed with 1 ml 5 ml of one normal case solution, it will form stiff jelly. This is the general test for the drug, not for the podophylletoxin, but just want to show you this because this is also important. Another test is there of the drug, that is macerate 0.5 gram of the drug. Here it is written drug. Okay, so this is a test for the podophyllin, not the podophyllitoxin. The drug is mixed with 10 ml of alcohol and then we'll filter it. You will add 5 ml of copper acetate solution. You will observe brown precipitate. Now the analysis of the podophyllitoxin, you will use the HPLC procedure in which the mobile phase is methanol is to water 60:40 and the stationary phase over here is reverse phase 18, means carbon 18. Reverse phase silica is used as a mobile phase. So this is the reverse phase HPLC method. And the flow rate is of course 0.8 ml per minute. So there is another article that I found on the internet that is published in the current Research Journal of Biological Sciences, isolation, characterization and the comparative study of the podophyllitoxin from the plant Podophyllum hexandrum. So in this article also that is published in 2010, authors used HPLC column. Okay, so they also used HPLC for the analysis of the podophyllitoxin, and it was clearly written in the HPLC analysis that they have used RP18, means carbonated bonded silica, as a reverse phase in the column, and methanol is to water 60:40 and the flow rate is maintained at 0.8 ml per minute. So this is confirmed that the HPLC method is widely used for the analysis of the podophyllitoxin. And you have to remember about the stationary phase and mobile phase, of course the flow rate and the detection at 283 nanometer. So this is the HPLC procedure of podophyllitoxin. Lastly, I acknowledge all the sources I have used. So I request do not share this video in any platform. It is intended only for the education purpose. So thank you for your patience and listening. See you in the next lecture.